Every single YouTuber out there wants their YouTube channel to blow up. We all want to wake up one morning and see our views jump up by tenfolds and our subscriber count increase by hundreds overnight. This is the holy grail, the ultimate goal for any small YouTube channels, but unfortunately, that only happens to a very small percentage of YouTube channels. Well, today I want to share with you what I found by comparing 3 successful YouTube channels that have grown steadily to 100,000 subscribers. Now, I've deliberately selected these 3 YouTube channels over the much bigger YouTube channels because I feel that their channels is more relatable to us small YouTube channels. So the 3 channels I picked are Film Booth, Channel Maker, and Annie Dube. I hope I said that right. I selected these 3 YouTube channels for specific reasons. Number 1, they cover the same niche as me, and number 2, I've been following them really closely and I've noticed how their YouTube channel continues to grow in terms of views and subscribers even when their strategies are completely different. What's interesting here is these 3 channels have more differences than they have things in common, but it is those small little things they have in common that help their YouTube channel grow so quickly. So let me go through some of the things they have in common that led to their success. And this time I'm going to start with the most important point, and that is if you really want to grow your YouTube channel, you must try and get your videos suggested, either on the home screen or as a next suggested video. Let me be perfectly honest with you. To really grow your YouTube channel and cause it to blow up is by getting tons of views. That is the only way. It doesn't work the other way around. If you have more subscribers, it doesn't mean you're gonna get more views. But by having more views, you can get more subscribers. Unless, of course, you already have millions of subscribers. But even then, it doesn't mean all of your subs are going to watch each new video you release. Film Booth, Channel Maker, and Annie Dube, they all started off their YouTube channel by creating searchable videos for quite possibly 1 or 2 years, and then they grew exponentially when they changed their strategy. Out of these 3, Film Booth is the first to completely move away from searchable content, and he switched his focus to creating better quality, high production video, and that move proved very beneficial to him. Channel Maker is somewhat still creating a bit of both types of videos, but from what I've seen so far, the videos that get tons of views, they are aimed towards getting suggested. On the other hand, Annie is still creating a lot of videos that are searchable, but she did mention in one of her videos that the reason her YouTube channel blew up is because some of her videos got suggested. And that is also the advice she's been giving to her viewers recently. That is to aim to get suggested rather than being searchable. The issue here is, how do you get suggested? I find that is the big question because my videos have never been suggested by YouTube. And even if it did, I'd say I've only been given about 2 hours of exposure. So that is not enough to claim as being suggested. This is also something I'm trying to figure out in every one of my videos, and I will share it with you guys once I found it. But I urge you guys to at least try and take a little bit of risk and try and get suggested by YouTube. The good news here is it might not be as difficult as you might think, because here's what I think. YouTube needs data in order to get your videos suggested, right? And one of the main ways YouTube can understand what your video is about is through your title. And the best part is you can change your title as often as you want in order to test things out. You can first create a title that is clickable, but if that doesn't perform well, you can easily change the title to something searchable, right? So give it a try. Look for an old video that is not performing very well and then change the title to something clickable, then see what happens. Having said that, Film Booth did tell me that to create a title that is both searchable and clickable, whilst possible, it is extremely hard. So my advice to you is just focus on one type of title first and then test things out. The other data required for your videos to get recommended is your video quality, and that is measured by your average view duration. Now for this, I have to say it varies for each channel just because we as content creators, we have very different ideas. For example, in my videos, my subscription rate is pretty high even though I'm getting very low views. So that shows that I'm heading in the right direction in terms of video quality. So if I were you, I would focus more on creating good content, creating content that your viewers want to watch, and then experiment around with your video titles to try and get it suggested. Just play around with your older underperforming videos if you're afraid this might damage your YouTube channel. But make sure to test things out, because if you don't, you will never know what is working and what isn't. Now, these 3 channels don't just agree in getting your video suggested or creating a title that is clickable, but they also have one more thing in common, and that is creating a clickable thumbnail. Thumbnails and titles go hand in hand, and again, all 3 channels have their own unique style that work very well for them. There's actually no one single thumbnail that works really, otherwise everyone's thumbnail is going to look the same and viewers will eventually get bored of it. But Film Booth channel maker and Annie Dube, they always stress the importance of having a good thumbnail to complement your title, because the very first thing that can capture the attention of your viewer is your thumbnail, followed by your title, and then the next would be your video quality. So really, if you think about it, there really aren't that many things to figure out if you want to grow your YouTube channel. They aren't easy, but hey, at least they are not rocket science. Okay, now have a look at these 3 thumbnails created by Film Booth channel maker and Annie Dube. They look very different, right? But at the same time, they have very similar style in the sense that they make you feel very curious just by looking at it. What I see here is these thumbnails, they have the same type of elements in them. All thumbnails, even though they may look different in some way, they do share the same number of elements in their thumbnails. If you ever wonder what those elements are, make sure to check out this video. Alright, that's all in this video. Thumbs up, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.